Welcome to another episode of The Success Code. My name is Victor Escalante, and for 4 decades, friends, I have dedicated myself to reading, to studying with many teachers who have taught me many of the secrets to success, as well as having worked with thousands of people over the years to uncover what is the success to what they do. And this is the journey that I've been on. And now I'm sharing and bringing to you interesting interviews with people that I personally know who have been able to make that leap to have success in a big scale so that you can learn to hack the success code. That's what we pretend to do in the show, is to bring you interesting interviews and tips that you can use right away. Joining us today is Amanda Lopez, who is the founder of the Houston Beauty Group, Facebook's largest social media platform for the beauty industry in Houston. Amanda, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me today.
We're excited to have you to talk about your journey and the interesting story behind the formation of the Houston Beauty Group. So why don't you go ahead and get us started? How did you in the world did you come up with the idea of creating this group?
Of course. So let's start off with I had no idea it was gonna grow so big. It was just an idea that I got because I saw a gap in the industry. I would attend these networking meetings. I would go and I would meet amazing people, but I never felt like I fit in. So I wanted to create something for us in the beauty industry.
And so you created the group and talk to us about the fast growth that your group has experienced.
My group has grown by solely word of mouth, by myself mostly, just repeating, me shouting out my name out there. It's just it boomed in 1 year. It's only been a year. I'm at 5.2 thousand, so it's great.
Tell us what the group is about. So I understand that you were networking and you didn't find a group that was very welcoming, where you felt at home, where you could network with other people. So, what can people expect in joining the Houston Beauty Group?
Of course. So whenever you become a member, you can provide your services. It's mostly a platform for beauty professionals to provide their services to get the exposure. But I saw a gap in the industry as well. There's a lot of Facebook groups out there, but none of them make meetings to where us as professionals meet. So I was like, okay, well, I want to provide these meetings for us professionals, and I want to be able to provide knowledge to people like me or other beauty professionals. There's so many solo entrepreneurs out there, and there's so many business owners. We don't have the correct knowledge, um, and I think as a community, we could help each other.
And the Houston beauty market is in the billions of dollars. I understand that in looking at some of the numbers, it's amazing how much industry is in Houston, the greater Houston area, when it comes to the beauty market, when you combine fashion, when you combine all kinds of design work, all kinds of studios, all kinds of services in the beauty industry. Now, you happen to specialize in one service. Tell us how you got into it.
Okay, so I started when I was about 21, 21 years old. I I fell in love with the industry. I got my first facial service And I was like, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to, this is how I want to make other women feel. So I was kind of pushed into the industry. When you first start, you have to have experience. So my last option was actually to be a waxer. I was terrified. I was so terrified of being a waxer. I was like, how am I going to do this? But I ended up doing it. I loved it. And eventually I became my own business owner.
Yes. And so it's amazing how you experience the benefit of looking beautiful and glamorous from a facial, that would lead you into the industry, a segue into the industry for you to build a name for yourself. So what has happened in the last year in building the Houston Beauty Group? Talk to us about what you've done.
Well, there's always obstacles and ups and downs in building something new. Of course, you have to start off and you have to build your brand. So as it's been a roller coaster. So I have to go to different cities or different areas of the Houston metropolitan area. I have to go to, Katy, Woodlands, Conroe, Pearland, and I start building these networking meetings there for other business owners. I do have maybe about 5 people show up to each one, but that's what you do when you're growing. um I could see it in the future where it's multitudes of people going to these events or going to these pop-ups, so I'm very excited.
Now, you had a big event down in Sugarland. Talk to us about that.
Yes. So we did a beauty pop up in Sugarland. And so that consists of having vendors. It's like a little market for the beauty industry. We have vendors, we have service providers as well. And we highlight every business. So we highlight the small businesses, we highlight the sponsoring business that, hosts the event. And all the service providers. So it's a win-win for everyone.
How many people attended that event?
We had a couple hundred people attend the event. It was very packed, very full. We provided food, we provided beverages. It was very, very fun.
What was the comment that the owner of the beauty salon had to say about what you did for them?
The owner of the beauty salon actually wants us to host these events monthly.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk about success, instant success.
Yes.
Now, it sounds easy and it is, but behind the scenes, there's a lot of moving parts. So, what have been some of the challenges in building the group, as well as putting on events on that kind of scale?
So there's always the stress of marketing. You have to market, you have to go out there. I try to target the same beauty industry because it promotes my brand and it'll promote the Spotlight business owner's brand as well. So, what I would do before that, I have to market a couple months before the actual event. And then I go in person and I hand out flyers to other salons and beauty businesses. So that's where it's a win-win also. I promote my brand, they get to recognize my brand, and they get to see, okay, like this is not competition, this is like collaboration.
Now, so in a world of millennials and Gen Zers, this is old school. This is old boomer school of printing flyers and going out and distributing flyers, especially in the immediate area, to where you do a radius of distribution to come join us. Come join us. We're having a special event. Be our special guest. This is totally old boomer school.
I went back to the basics.
You went back to the basics. You went full circle, and it's working for you. Yes.
Yes, of course. Always going back to the basics is the best thing. And actually, you mentioned that to me, so I took that and I was like, okay, I need to go back to the basics of my business and keep going.
Yeah. When you simplify things and you connect. That the big distinction is who are you connecting to and how can you convert? Because you can have a million likes on social media, but if there's no connection and conversion, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. Okay, that's the world that we live in, that everybody is after likes, everybody is after sharing, but again, if there's no community, if there is no engagement, it's all for nothing. So, so I want you to tell us, Amanda, you've been in business long enough to go through highs and lows. You built this group, and I even understand that you're getting ready to blow it up on an even bigger scale. Maybe is it too early to let the cat out of the bag of a fashion show, of a beauty conference, a beauty actual beauty trade show?
Yes, we're still in the works for it. We're thinking of a beauty expo.
Beauty expo. Okay.
Yes. So this will consist of a lot of vendors,
Yes.
a lot of different activities, in-person demos, live speakers. So we're in the works for it. We're very excited for that.
Well, great. So, Amanda, give us 5 takeaways that you can share with our audience that you have learned firsthand. You didn't watch a video, you didn't read a book, you actually lived through it to be able to share with our viewers the secrets to the code to your success.
So the five secrets that I would say would be: first is personal development. You have to work on yourself in order for your brand to work. Second would be your mindset. If your mindset is not right, how is your business going to function? The third one I would say is repetition. You have to be consistent, keep repeating the habits that you have, the new habits that you make. And the fourth one would be innovation. Innovation. If you're not making new ideas, if you're not going out there and meeting these people, how is your brand gonna grow? You can't stay behind. So you have to be
I
keep
want to drill down
innovating.
on this because this has been true in my experience as well as in working with other people. Haven't you had success through accidents? Haven't you tried new things and maybe it didn't work out the way it was supposed to work, but that led or opened up a door to have success as a byproduct of making that mistake because it didn't work out. Has that been your experience?
Yes. So you always come with obstacles. So
Yes.
yes, you have to try something new every time you you fail.
And that's why big companies innovate. They're always innovating to keep growing. In fact, years back, listeners, I did extensive research when I worked at the Houston Chronicle. Again, there's nothing new in media, whether it's TV, radio, or print. There's nothing new, but I was totally convinced that unless we innovate and unless we come out with fresh ideas for the reader, for the marketplace, we were a dying dinosaur. And eventually that's what happened. But here's what I discovered. The big company, one of the big defense companies, developed a separate division called Skunkworks. Skunkworks was a division that was totally about innovation. Uh, if I remember correctly, the defense contractor was Northrop. That again, they are in the aircraft and missile business, and they discovered that unless they would innovate, there was no fresh ideas. You look at big brands like Apple, Google, or any other of the huge brands, they're always looking to innovate. In fact, I listened recently to a lecture that the founder of Dyson gave about how that was his ethos, that was his secret to always be innovating, always finding new ways to improve things, and that's how we got the Tyson vacuum cleaner. So that is why I'm so big on innovation, because that's what disrupts markets. And I'm sure that you've been able to do a lot of disruption in the marketplace by attracting all those beauty professionals that maybe others have tried, but they weren't doing it following your magic formula,
Of
your secret
course.
sauce.
Of
So
course.
we got four. What's the fifth?
So the fifth one is don't waste time and just jump to it. Like you have to not hold yourself back. You just have to lose all that fear and jump for it. If you don't jump for it and if you're wasting time, you can't move forward.
There's a lot of people out there that they have mental saboteurs, and one of the critical saboteurs is avoidance. You become an avoider because you don't take action. And here I'm going to share something that is actually, I'm quoting Mel Robbins, a very famous podcaster, an attorney who's built a name for herself in personal development, that she says, this is what I do and this is what I recommend to clients. Just say in your mind, one, two, three, go. When it comes to you thinking about doing something and not taking action, you've got to take that bold step to just say one, two, three, go, and to just bypass the mental saboteur of avoidance. Amanda,
Yes.
it's been great to have you as a guest today. We look forward to having you back to talk about your future success in as you continue to build the Houston Beauty Group. And I even understand that you're about to roll out a podcast.
Yes, I am. I'm very excited. I had a great mentor help me out with this. So you guys have to stay tuned for the podcast. We will be talking everything beauty and business.
How can people find you?
They could go on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, Houston Beauty Group. And then they could, it's very accessible. So you can message me and I'm, I'm, I'm there
To help.
to help.
There you have it, friends. Amanda Lopez, the number one person in the beauty industry in all of Houston by having the Houston Beauty Group, Houston's fastest and largest growing social media group, uniting all the beauty professionals. Until next time, have a great week.